Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 spring must-haves for just an easier, less stressful life. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I just feel more anxious than ever, more stressed out than ever before. So my goal this year is to just simplify my life, to make life easier so I feel more calm and relaxed. And so the first thing that I definitely recommend you do, and I know this sounds weird, but listen, it's have an herb pot. Before you roll your eyes at me, I'm going to sell you on why an herb garden is totally a must. I don't have a green thumb. I'm not great at keeping anything alive. Herbs are easier than vegetables. They're easier than flowers, but there's something really magical about planting something. I go to my grocery store, I get a bunch of herbs like cilantro and rosemary and thyme and basil. I don't know what to use what for what, but it doesn't matter. I'll clip some, maybe some cilantro if we're having tacos, and every day I feel like not quite a homesteader, but just a little bit better about myself. I feel like the food I'm cooking tastes better, it's fresher, I'm saving money, but growing something that you cannot kill, that you get the benefits from every single day, makes me feel happy. So if you're watching this video and you do nothing else, I'm begging you to plant an herb. Apartment, even if you just put it in a windowsill, pick your favorite herb, put it in a pot. It barely needs water, and it's going to literally just bring you some joy. The second must-have to just feel more relaxed and happier is to have a to-don't list instead of a to-do list. So I'm always writing lists, like all the things I want to accomplish. And it's great, it's helpful, and I get more done and I'm more productive, but I also already feel overwhelmed. And so a to-don't list is like the opposite. It's a way of still changing bad habits or doing things that you want to do, but it takes a lot of the pressure off. So my biggest thing on my to-don't list is don't do anything for my kids that they can do for themselves. I need like stuff off my plate, but I also need to empower them. I need to teach them to do some of these things. Think of some things that you could put on your to-don't list and put them in the comments below to really inspire other people too and give them ideas. Print something out or write something out and stick it somewhere where you'll remember. Well, every day you'll have that visual reminder of the things you want to focus on or the things you no longer want to focus on. The third must-have, especially for me, I don't know about you, but is stuff to stop the dirt at the front door. It's spring, it's muddy. My kids are always covered in mud. My new puppy is always covered in mud. If you're like me and you have a dog and it's Mud City, this is a must-have. It's a mud buster. My friend Jessica told me about this. She says like absolutely you need one of these. Everyone with a dog must have one. You literally dunk their paws in the top. So fill it with warm water, just have it always by the door, and then just dunk their paws. It kind of scrapes very gently the mud off, and no more having to worry about the cloth and or bathing them and just all the stuff. This isn't like a shameless plug. It's not sponsored or anything. I'm just telling you, this is like a must-have in our house for spring. I think the biggest thing that I really want to do this year is care a little bit less about everything. I used to plant a bunch of flowers out front and pull weeds and just constantly worry about everything always looking super nice. I want to simplify it. I still want it to look nice, but I don't want to have to work at it, which is why I'm freshening up my front door with things that are maintenance free. And here's some things I definitely recommend. And the first is a mat at the front door. I got this 2 years ago from Amazon. It's like a big runner. I leave this out all winter, all spring. I just wash it. I throw it in the washing machine. I throw it in the dryer, and it just makes it feel clean at the front door. It makes it feel fresh. And then over top, I layer a mat. This is my new favorite one. Look at how cute this saying is. 20 bucks on Amazon. Instead of spending a bunch of money on different flowers and having to remember to water them, I'm going with ferns, especially out front. These are under $10. They barely require water. They look elegant. They look expensive. Looks like I have my life together, you guys. Throw on a wreath on the door and you're winning at life without having to work hard. If you want to drastically just not only make your space feel cleaner and fresher, but feel calmer, add plants to your house. Add plants to your house. There's been study after study that have shown just adding a plant on your desk can instantly and dramatically reduce your stress and boost your productivity. I think that's why there's like so many crazy plant people who have plants everywhere, because it is shown again and again to honestly really make you feel better. But if you're like me and you're kind of a plant killer, you don't have a lot of light in your house, here's the amazing thing. A fake plant can give you the same psychological effects. I know a lot of you aren't gonna love this, but you're like, real plants are better. Yeah, real plants are better. But if you can't do a real plant because you can't keep them alive, fake plants are an amazing alternative. So go to the dollar store, because fake plants at a home store are like, am I being punked? Where is Ashton Kutcher expensive? So grab some picks from the Dollar Tree, stick them in a dollar store pot, and instantly it's like, what the deuce? This looks amazing. On a shoestring budget, you would pay like $15, $20 at a home store. You can make it for $4 or $5. Put some plants on a bookshelf, put them on a dresser or a bedside table, on a windowsill. Just having them in your peripheral vision is going to make you feel calmer, and it's going to make your space feel fresh and clean too. Now that I just told you to add a bunch of plants to your house, I'm gonna tell you something that's a little counterintuitive. It's remove surface clutter. So yeah, I do have a lot of plants throughout my home, but I really had to remove things on the counter that were visually distracting to me. So appliances in the kitchen. Take the Clear Clutter Challenge this spring and remove things that you're not using every single day. Grab a box, grab a bag, and just pack things up. Pack it up just for spring. Put it in the garage, put it in the shed, put it in the basement, put it in the attic, and live with less. You are going to be seriously shocked at how much calmer and happier you feel. Flowers, I feel like are a must for spring, and fresh flowers are amazing. They're beautiful, they smell great. Just walking into a room with flowers will boost your mood. But let's be honest, they're expensive and they die really, really quickly. Which is why, again, I'm gonna say it's okay to go fake. I know what you're thinking, fake flowers, I'm not talking about dollar store flowers that like look really bad and fake. Though some of them, if you get like a neutral color, those ones can really work. But I was recently at a friend's house and I saw her bouquet of tulips on the dining room table, and I was like, oh my gosh, do you have tulips? Are those for your garden? They're so beautiful. And she was like, they are from Amazon. So of course I ran out and bought some for myself. But yeah, these are from Amazon. They look incredibly real. They are plastic, so if they get dusty, you just wash them in the sink, rinse them off. Year after year after year, you can have what looks like real fresh tulips for spring, and these were less than $20. I absolutely love them. I walk in the room, I look at them, and I'm like, I sigh. I make the sound of stress leaving my body, and that is what flowers can do. You probably heard a lot of experts talking about simplifying their wardrobe. I'm not going to go and wear all black. The reason Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day is because it makes your life easier. It stops decision fatigue. You wake up in the morning and you're like, this is what I'm throwing on my body, and you don't have to think about it, and it looks good and you can walk out the door. I want that without everything having to be black turtlenecks, which is why I'm all about Amazon dresses. Amazon dress for me is like my go-to all spring and all summer. It feels like pajamas. They don't wrinkle. I can throw them on. I can put on a jean jacket. It doesn't matter. Like whether I'm staying home or I'm going out shopping or for dinner, it's one thing I throw on my body. I find them insanely flattering, and they're all under $30. I'd like to take a second to thank HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. It's spring, I'm busy, I'm in the garden, I'm getting things ready, and so I don't want to have to get fast food or run to the grocery store, which is why I love HelloFresh. They deliver pre-packaged, pre-portioned meals right to my door, and it's really fast and easy to put them together. There's over 40 recipes to choose from, and a lot of those recipes are the fast and easy under 15-minute recipes. The thing I love the most about HelloFresh HelloFresh is that I'm not overly confident in the kitchen. And so these recipes are chef inspired, they are delicious, and it has step-by-step instructions that even I can't mess up. So it's kind of like a cooking class, or my kids can make the meal. And right now, you can get up to 16 free meals and free shipping using the promo code Clutterbug16. Go to HelloFresh.com and use that promo code Clutterbug16 for up to 16 free meals plus free shipping. I can't not talk about organization because that is the biggest, most impactful thing I've ever done to make my life easier. Just actually creating homes for everything in my home. And even now that I'm organized, there's areas that have to be touched up or tidied. So every day, just doing 10 minutes to make something in my home better is a must for spring. This doesn't have to be a big, deep down spring clean. This is like, today I'm just gonna tidy the pantry, or tomorrow I'm gonna take a few seconds and organize one shelf or one drawer or under the kitchen sink. Every day after is going to be a little bit easier because I have an organized space, because I have a tidy space. And also the act of organizing does lower stress levels. The act of doing something small and making it better makes you happier. This is something that you can do. It's like self-care, something you're doing for yourself that makes you feel good. And also every single day after will be easier because you've done it. My last spring must-have is lavender. I'm not a huge essential oil fan. I don't put it on everything, but I will tell you that lavender is a must in my home, especially at night. I have the lavender room spray that I spray on my pillow before bed, and I don't know if it's like pseudoscience. I don't know if it's all in my head, but I really do feel calmer. I feel like I sleep better when I have some lavender in the bedroom, whether I'm diffusing it, a few drops in an oil diffuser, or I'm using like this lavender room spray. Also, I like adding lavender to cleaning products, whether it's DIY or just any type of cleaning. It's a natural disinfectant, or they say it is. So I feel like I'm killing germs, but also I'm feeling more calm and relaxed. And it's a beautiful smell, especially for spring. I don't know, it's like, why not? Why not give something a try? It smells amazing, but if it can make us feel calmer, more relaxed, and happier in our home, we should give it a try. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I would love you to do me a huge favor and put in the comments below some things that you do to lower stress. Please don't put exercise. I don't want to exercise, but it's probably something I should do. But let me know and let everybody watching know little things that we can do this spring, this summer, just any time of the year to feel more relaxed, to feel happier, to just simplify our lives. I can't wait to read all of your suggestions, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. So I don't have a funny story for me, but I do have a funny story for spring. I feel like this is a good PSA, right? Public service announcement. A few years ago, my mom called me kind of in a panic. She was eating dinner with my stepdad. They had made chicken stir fry. They were eating it. It tasted a little bit funny, but neither one of them really wanted to say anything. And eventually my stepdad's like, is this a new recipe call? My mom prides herself on being like an amazing cook. And so he didn't want to insult her, but she was like, yeah, it does taste weird. I think it's those fancy onions you bought. He was like, I didn't buy fancy onions. She's like, yeah, they were in the paper bag, in the crisper, like 2 dozen of these fancy shallots. He's like, I didn't buy fancy shallots. Now they're kind of getting mad at each other, right? Until it dawned on her. Wait for it. Her sister had brought over daffodil bulbs for her to plant, like 2 dozen of them. And my mom washed them and chopped them and cooked them in the stir fry, and they had eaten almost the whole thing. So she's panicking, and I'm like, why are you calling me? Call poison control. Turns out they're not deadly, but they can make you very, very sick. Don't eat your daffodil bulbs, okay? Just don't eat them. And apparently they don't taste that great either. But I just thought that this was like, my mom has ADHD like me. We're very forgetful. So if somebody gives you bulbs this spring to plant in your garden, do not put them in the fridge because you never know. You might cook them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.